Hi, I'm bigcal and welcome to my world. Today is a rarity, a recent non-video games pickups video. I show off stuff that I bought that aren't video game related. So yeah, spoiler, it's DVDs and Blu-rays. But yeah, so we'll start off firstly with a DVD box set which I imported from America for £30 with free delivery, which is insane. And that is like, I think it's like a 26 disc set. 26 discs. A complete series for £30 from America, free postage, no other charges. Rugrats, the complete series. Look at this beast. There is just disc after disc after disc in there. It's like two VHSs stuck together. Yeah. So, I grew up with the Rugrats. One of my favourite shows as a kid, absolutely love it. So yeah, it's great to own the show. It is Region 1, but these days if you can't play other region stuff, what are you doing? So yeah, great to own that, love the show. Wasn't that bothered about it after the first movie came out and they brought in Dill and they did another movie and brought in Kimmy. Yeah, I think the quality went a bit downhill there when they added the new characters, but before that, fantastic show, so great to own. Then we have some wrestling Blu-rays. We have the Monday Night War Volume 1 and Volume 2. So this was a WWE Network documentary series going over the Monday Night War, with each episode focusing on a different part of it, like how the war started, an episode all about Goldberg, all about Steve Austin, mistakes that were made during the war and things like that. Yeah, so really, really good. I think it's 20 episodes or something. Kind of crazy. Yeah, and some matches as well for extras. And Eric Bischoff was not a part of the documentary series because he said everything he wanted to say for the most part before. Plus, it was a WWE produced one, and he knew it was just going to be slanted towards WWE and how they claim the war went. They believe a bunch of stuff that just isn't right and stuff like that. Say what you want about Eric Bischoff, but when it comes to the Monday Night War stuff, yeah, WWE heavily biased against WCW with that. So he wasn't part of it originally, but on the second one here, yeah, the second disc here, there is an extras where he responds to a bunch of the episodes. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think on the first one, one of the Blu-ray extras is after each episode, Triple H and Sting are interviewed, basically to go over what happened in the episode, which is pretty awesome as well, hearing them both talk about different sides, because you never really hear Sting talk about it, because whenever they've done documentaries in the past, Sting was part of TNA, and now he's part of, well, he was part of AEW before he retired, but this was in between sort of TNA and AEW, so he was actually available and in WWE and able to take part in some of the conversation about it, so that was cool to hear his perspective. Yeah, so really good documentary series. Then I got Survivor Series 2020. It's a pretty terrible show, terrible card. Yeah, it doesn't interest me in the slightest, but I bought it because it was The Undertaker's farewell, his big retirement. Bit of a shame that it was done in front of 0 fans, because it was during lockdown still and COVID, and they had just the crappy cameras and that with fans watching the show. And yeah, for the legend of The Undertaker, for him to retire with that was kind of shitty. I thought they could have just waited and done something later on, but whatever. Yeah, so that's that. I got NXT Greatest Hits Volume 1. Did they ever do a Volume 2? I don't know. But I mainly bought this for a couple of matches. Cesaro and Sami Zayn, 2 out of 3 falls, which was phenomenal. And there's also Cesaro versus Regal, which I think was Regal's final match. Also phenomenal. And a bunch of other matches as well. That mostly don't interest me, but might interest a lot of other people. Yeah. Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd, I'm sure someone out there likes that. Adrian Neville versus Sami Zayn, I think that was a pretty good match. I think I remember watching that. Yeah. Yeah, Adrian Neville versus Cesaro. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. That's probably really good. I don't remember it offhand. Yeah, basically, NXT stuff back in the day. I'm not the biggest fan. Like I said, I mainly bought it for those couple of matches, but there's probably some other gems on there as well. And lastly, for wrestling Blu-rays, AEW All In 2024. So this just recently came out. I pre-ordered it and got hold of it because once they sell out, that's it basically. The physical media, especially for wrestling, is mostly dead. WWE don't do them anymore at all. AEW do just very limited release. Like I said, once it's sold out, odds are you're never getting it again. So the only ones I own though are All Out from 2023, which I thought was a massively better show than All In 2023. And then I bought All In 2024, which was better than All Out 2024. But the main reason was Bryan Danielson and Swerve Strickland, main event for the title, and the amazing return in the Casino Gauntlet match of Nigel McGuinness, one of my all-time favourites. And that whole match is fantastic as well. Tons of big stars, great wrestlers in it, phenomenal. So, yeah, happy to own it, even just for those two matches. And then there's also the four-way tag team ladder match, which was really fun as well. Was it trios tag team, I think, as well? So, yeah, lots of people involved, very much fun. Very much enjoyable. Anyway, next, John Wick Chapter 4. The potentially final chapter of John Wick until they decide we can make more money out of this and they'll do another one. But yeah, good film. Not the best in the series, but still really, really fun. Ooh. John Wick films, always awesome. One of my favourite films I saw last year. Came out in 2023 at the end in Japan. Then we finally got a subtitle version released digitally in early 2024, and then we got a Blu-ray release towards the end of the year. Godzilla -1. Oh my god, this film is amazing. Yeah, I've only watched the subtitle version. I think there is an English dub version, but I don't want to watch that, to be honest. No, I'm fine with the subtitle version. It is amazing to me the difference in quality between the Japanese Godzilla films like this and the American Godzilla films. Yeah. The newer ones, just Godzilla ones, have been okay. The Godzilla and Kong ones have been terrible. I watched, this came out in I think it was February maybe, digitally, with subtitles, and I watched it, and then 2 months later, Godzilla x Kong came out digitally, and I watched that, and the difference in quality is insane. The Japanese one, so much better. And it's the only Godzilla film that has ever made me like the human characters. In the American ones, the human characters are terrible and you want them all to die because they deserve to, because they're awful people. This one, just phenomenal film. You haven't seen it, watch it. And then lastly, a new addition to my 4K collection. Only the 4th one I've got so far, and that is Demolition Man. And this is a special edition, comes in a big box that... see if I can get the sleeve off. God, I've only had the sleeve off once and it was a pain. I don't think I can do it again. Nope, it's not coming off. I'll just have to show a picture of all the stuff it includes. Just little cool things based on the Demolition Man film, obviously. Yeah. So Demolition Man, a favourite film of mine, one of my dad's favourite films as well. So looking forward to watching that with him at some point. Yeah, so Demolition Man. And those are all my recent non-video game pickups. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of them. Let me know what you've got. And I'll see you again next time.